The old man sat alone in the corner booth of a Manhattan diner, his coat soaked from the November rain. No one recognized him. Why would they? Alexander Mercer, once worth $4.7 billion, hadn't been seen in public in 3 years. He had lost everything. Not to bankruptcy, not to scandal. He had given it away. After his wife's funeral, grief had hollowed him out like a hurricane through an empty house. He liquidated his empire quietly, donated to hospitals, schools, and shelters, and disappeared. Now he sat nursing cold coffee, wondering if any of it had mattered. A young waitress, her name tag read Donnie, refilled his cup without being asked. "Rough night?" she asked. "Rough life," he replied honestly. She didn't pry. She simply slid a plate of warm apple pie in front of him. "On the house. Albert, you look like you need something sweet." He looked up, surprised. "I can't accept charity." She laughed softly. "Honey, this isn't charity. This is just a person being decent to another person. There's a difference." He ate in silence. When he rose to leave, he noticed Danny arguing quietly with her manager near the register. Something about her register coming up short. $20. The manager's face was cold and unmoved. Alexander reached into his worn coat. He had very little cash left. He placed $40 on the counter without a word and walked out into the rain. What he didn't know was that the diner's owner, an old friend of his late wife, had watched the entire exchange from a back office monitor. The next morning, Alexander woke in his rented room to a knock at the door. A lawyer stood holding a manila envelope. "And Mr. Mercer, Mrs. Elena Voss passed away last week. She left you everything, her estate, her investment portfolio, and a letter." He opened the letter with trembling hands. "Alex, you taught Margaret how to be generous. She taught me. Now it comes back to you. Use it well." He stood in the doorway, rain falling softly outside, tears on his face. God doesn't forget the givers. He just makes them wait for the right season. If this story moved you, drop a heart and subscribe to Empire Untold, where every story reminds you that greatness is never truly lost.